Hello everyone and welcome to English Phonetics and Phonology 1. This is our first practice class and my name is Professor Celeste Luna and I'm one of the teachers that will be teaching practice classes hopefully on Wednesdays. And I will be teaching this first in the following class. What we're gonna do today is get to know the sounds of English together. And at first this might look a bit difficult, but with practice you will be able to learn and to manage with these symbols and sounds very well. So here's a phonemic chart, and this chart shows you all the sounds of British English. Remember, these are not letters, they are symbols that we use to represent sounds. Yeah? And as you can see, the chart is divided into three different parts. Actually, the first division is this one in half, top and bottom. Top, yes, includes all the vowel sounds of English. Yeah, and at the same time, vowel sounds are classified into two different groups. The first group is that of pure vowels or monophthongs. As you can see through the symbols, pure vowels are made up of only one element. Now count these vowels, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Think about Spanish. How many vowel sounds do we have in Spanish? Only 5. You're right. A, E, I, O, U. So, as opposed to 5 Spanish vowel sounds, as opposed to 12 Spanish pure vowel sounds in English. So probably this is the group of sounds that will be a bit difficult to learn. So this is the group we'll start learning today. Now the second group of vowels is that of diphthongs. Now if you pay attention to the symbols, diphthongs are made up of two elements, two vocalic elements. And we do have diphthongs in Spanish as well. And finally, the group at the bottom is that of consonant sounds. If you pay attention to the symbols, yeah, some of them look like letters, but remember they are not letters, they are sounds. These are symbols to represent sounds, yeah. And luckily, some of these sounds occur in Spanish too. So some of them are quite easy for us to learn and to master, while others are a bit more difficult. You will find this chart in the platform. I'm going to show you a few resources that you can use to learn the sounds of English on your own. So the pure vowels, the diphthongs, and the consonants. But first of all, I'm going to show you a video .
So this chart here shows the sounds of British English, And of course different people have different accents, so they will put slightly different values onto the sounds. What I would like to describe to you now is the layout of this chart, why it's laid out the way that it is. Because everything is here, all the sounds are here, all the sounds that you need are here for words and for connected speech. Everything's here. The whole syllabus is here. It's all in one gestalt, one page. Here are the vowels along the top, consonants along the bottom. In particular, here are the monophthongs, that means just one vowel sound. Here is the front of the mouth, the back of the mouth, bottom of the mouth, top of the mouth. So it's kind of geographical. Here are the top teeth and the bottom teeth at the front of the mouth. This is like the mouth. Here's the teeth, top, bottom. And here's the tongue. Tongue front, tongue moving back. Open the mouth a bit, tongue front, tongue moving back. Open the mouth a bit more, tongue front, tongue moving back. And approximately, those are the vowel sounds that you get. And we're going to study that, helping both you and thereafter your students to understand what they're doing here, so they can begin to have some control of how to experiment, how to make different sounds outside their native speaker language sounds. Over here are the diphthongs. That means to say there are two vowels, and these are organized by the second sound. So here is the sound sound I, sound U. So these diphthongs are organized by the second sound. Down here we've got the consonants. And again, front to back for the stop sounds, the sounds where you stop and then release it, t, p, and so on. In the second row, the friction sounds, again from front of the mouth to back of the mouth. These are the sounds that you make by friction and can continue, like s and f, and so on. And in the third row, we have the nasals, and then we have some assorted bits and pieces, with here the semivowels, the two semivowels, here the three linking sounds in connected speech, here are old friends L and R, and here the kind of odd one out. So that is all of the sounds of British English, and they are set on there in relation to each other. What they indicate is how the sounds are made. So the chart contains that information, both for students and for teachers.
Now I'm going to show you a few links to some online resources which can be very useful for you to study the sounds of English on your own, to study and to practice. The first one is the interactive phonemic chart. You have this link in the platform as well. It's the chart I showed you at the beginning of the presentation, and what's good about this interactive online chart is that you can click on any sound and hear the sound as it's pronounced, and hear a keyword. So you have the sound, I don't know, p, and you hear the word like pet. Yeah, very useful. You also have an American version of the chart in this web page as well. The second resource is a YouTube channel which is called Pronunciation Skills with Adrian Underhill. He's the author from the previous video. In this YouTube channel, he has recorded several videos on how to use the chart, presenting the sounds, and teaching you how to pronounce each of the sounds in isolation. So it might be a very useful resource. And finally, there's a pronunciation app which is called Sounds, the pronunciation app by Macmillan, which you can download and use on your phones. And in this pronunciation app, you will find the chart with the sounds of English. And you can click on a sound and hear the sound as well as in the interactive chart. But what's great about this app is that it includes some activities that you can use and then to practice and to check how you're doing with learning to perceive and to pronounce the sounds of English. So very useful resources. Take advantage and use them to study on your own. Now, as I said at the beginning of the presentation, today we are going to study vowel sounds. Now, what I would like you to do, and so we can work together, you can work with me, is to have your phonemic alphabet at hand. You can find the phonetic alphabet in the platform, and it's a PDF document that you can download, and we'll be working with the alphabet. You will be working with me. So, as you can see in the alphabet, vowel sounds, that's second page in your alphabet. Vowel sounds are divided, pure vowel sounds, that means to say one element, remember. They are divided into 3 different groups: front vowels, central vowels, and back vowels. And this chart, which you also see in your alphabets, word initial, word media, word final, includes examples of each of the sounds as they occur at the beginning of a word, word initial. In the middle, that means to say there's a consonant, the vowel sound, and the consonant, and at the end of a word. So very useful examples that will help you identify which is the sound we're talking about. So we're going to begin with the very first 2 front vowel sounds in your alphabet. The first one here is the sound E. Now close your eyes. We're going to do this for all the vowels. I'm going to ask you to do this for all the vowels. Close your eyes to pay attention on the perception of this sound and ask yourself the following questions as you hear the sound being pronounced by me. Ask yourself, is it a short or is it a long vowel sound? I mean, does it sound a bit longer than the sounds, the vowel sounds in Spanish? Do I make a lot of effort when I produce the sound, effort and tension? Or is it a more kind of relaxed vowel? What else can you pay attention to? Let's say you close your eyes and try to imagine what is it that I'm doing with my mouth, with my lips as I pronounce the sound. So close your eyes now, and the sound, I'm going to say the sound 3 times. E, E, E. Now this is the sound you will find in words like eat, feed, knee. Now pause the video and try to think of other examples where you would find this sound. The second sound is this one. E. Now close your eyes again and concentrate on the questions that I told you for the previous vowel. So is it short or long, and is there a lot of tension? What do you think is going on in my mouth, with my lips? So I'm going to say the sound 3 times. E, E, E. This is the sound you will find in words like inch. Live. In final position, city, pretty. Yeah, now you also find the sound in si, city, and in pretty. Now, you have a note here in final position in words like city, pretty, beauty. Using the sound is very old-fashioned. So if you want to sound a bit more modern, let's say, you would pronounce something like city and pretty and beauty. Yeah, so very old-fashioned use of this sound. Now pause the video and think of other words in which you can find this sound. Pay attention to the spelling. I. Generally, you see, spelled with I. Yeah, while E is generally spelled with 2 vowel letters. Let's contrast the 2 sounds. I'm moving from one to the other. E. I. You can close your eyes. E. I. E. I. Now I'm going to show you 2 videos. So we have concentrated on how you perceive the sound. Now I'm going to show you 2 videos on how you pronounce this sound and what happens in your mouth when you pronounce them. Let's start with the sound E in sheep. But before we watch the video, I'm going to give you a few instructions so that you can make the most out of this work. First of all, watch the video. In these videos, and for each of the sounds we will be presenting, you will see a recording of a person's mouth. This person pronounces the particular sound you're practicing. What I would like you to do is to pay particular attention to the lips, to the tongue, and the teeth as this person is producing the particular sound. Then watch the video again and again and again and as many times as you need to. Number 3, take your mobile phone and using its front camera as if you were gonna take a selfie, I would like you to record yourself imitating the speaker in the video. So by following the instructions that are given in the video, I want you to imitate and to record yourself. Make a video of your own mouth as you produce the different sounds. And finally, I would like you to compare both videos, the one you will see here and your own video. And as you compare and contrast these videos, maybe you need to make some adjustments on how you are pronouncing the particular sound. So as I said before, you will watch a video for each of the sounds that we are presenting in this presentation, and I would like you to follow these steps for each of the sounds so that you can really practice the pronunciation and get the correct lip position and tongue position and teeth position as well for pronouncing these sounds. It's gonna be the same work for the pure vowels, the diphthongs, and also for the consonant sounds.
Relax your tongue and allow the tip to rest just behind your lower front teeth. If you look in a mirror, you should be able to see the middle of your tongue move strongly up and forward. The sides of the tongue should push lightly against the upper teeth. The lips don't need to spread for this sound, but some speakers do spread their lips slightly, and that's okay. E, 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 sheep. Part your lips and drop the lower jaw a little. Relax your tongue and allow the tip to rest just behind your lower front teeth. If you look in a mirror, you should be able to see the middle of your tongue move up and forward. The lips don't need to spread for this sound, but some speakers do spread their lips slightly, and that's okay. E. 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 Kit.
So let's move on to two more front vowels. This symbol might look a bit odd. This is a very easy symbol, but this doesn't mean that it sounds like Spanish. Let's start with this sound, and with all of the vowel sounds we're going to work in the same way. I'm going to say the sound once. Then I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and pay attention to how you perceive the sound, and I will say the sound 3 times. Then we're going to work through the different examples of the sounds in initial position, in medial position, in final position, and finally we're going to work on the videos and your production of the sounds. So this is the sound E. Close your eyes. E. 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 This is the sound you will find in words like egg, leg. And this space here, a blank space here, means that this vowel sound never occurs at the end of a word. So you will never find the word in English with this sound at the end. Yeah? So now pause the video and think of more examples for this vowel sound. Now, this sound, yeah, the weird symbol, yeah, is the sound A. Close your eyes. A. 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 This is a very open sound, so in order to pronounce it, you have to open your mouth a lot. This is the sound you will find in words like apple and mad. And again, there's a blank space here in final position because this sound doesn't occur at the end of a word in English. So let's move from one to the other. E. A. Very open sounds in English. So for both, you need to open your mouths quite a lot. Again, pause the video and think of more examples, more words where you will find this sound at the beginning of a word and in the middle. Now let's move to the videos so that you can see what happens in the mouth when we pronounce these two front vowel sounds.
Relax your tongue and allow the tip to rest just behind your lower front teeth. Let the front of the tongue raise slightly, as though it's heading for the roof of the mouth. The tongue tip does not need to come up. air, air, dress. Relax your tongue and rest the tip just behind your lower front teeth. The back of the tongue is low for this sound. The blade lifts forward slightly, but not the tongue tip. The tongue tip stays down low. Ah. 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 Cap.